Obviously, our brothers and sisters from Pakistan and Bahawalpur are all here. Gosh, that's loads of you. No.
Yes.
Perfect. As if by magic, stuff works. Brilliant. So it's a lovely afternoon here in the UK. Loads going on with the business, loads going on with the company, and delighted to be here speaking. That's a picture of me. First thing I want to talk about is a slight update to the directors program. Now, this obviously only applies to those of you who are directors and above, but it's something that I'm sure all of you will be before you know it. The old director program sort of kicked in one big go, essentially. If you got a certain number of points in a month, you got the bonus. If you got one less than that, you got nothing. And we've decided that that's not generous, that's not kind. We can be a bit more focused on how we incentivize behavior. We can reward sort of part achievement and all the rest of it. So there's more information about this coming into your mailers in the next coming days. There's more discussions that we're having with our directors. But fundamentally, here's the new directors plan. Whereas before, you got nothing for 3,999.99 points. Now there's a much more staged approach. So if you get the 20,000 and the 2,000 the 2,000 bonus, then you get £500. 3,000 gets you 1,000. Then 4,000, obviously as is now, gets you the 2,000. Now we want to make sure that we're incentivizing active behavior. We want to make sure that people are doing the right things, staying active in their business, growing their business. And primarily this change is for our brand new directors. These are the people who've just gone director, are still building up their business, haven't got that sort of weekly volume that they can, well, not rely on, but they can sort of count on. And this is for helping them get their business started. So this kicks in as soon as you reach director for the first 6 months. And then after that, I think you revert to needing to hit the top number to get your bonus. But 6 months is plenty of time in which to get those numbers, and it's plenty of time to use this monthly reward to build your business even more. Use it on your plane flights, use it on your travel, be building and building around the world to meet people and share Leo. Now it's for new directors for the first 6 months, but as we've just launched it, obviously all of our existing directors and above will be getting it as well. So, good to see you guys. So it's a fairly straightforward plan, really. Before, you got everything or nothing. Now it's a bit more staged. The top reward remains the same, but you can pick up rewards along the way as well. So it's a additional thing that we're giving our directors. It's more than they were getting before, and it should help more and more people achieve that monthly requirement to get their constant director's reward. So all good news there. Congratulations to our current and brand new directors, and congratulations to all of you who are already on that journey. Looking down the list of people on this call, I can see dozens and dozens of you who we should expect to be directors before too long. You know who I'm talking about. Jolly good. So Leo Gold is moving forward apace. As you would have seen in recent weeks, stock markets are crashing all over the place. Currencies are dying. I'm reading more and more that people are retreating to safe bets. They're retreating to precious metals. Even property is not as safe as it used to be. And so what we did a few months ago by starting this project has kind of landed at the right time now, because there's more excitement, more interest in gold-based products. There's more and more people looking at them. And so as our project continues to launch, as we continue to move forward to the autosave product, we see that Leo is, as always, ahead of the curve and hitting things just at the right time as well. So part of the gold project was always to launch a limited edition coin. Now, this coin, which that's an artist's interpretation of the coin, you can see there on the slide. It's I don't think the plan is to have a smiling, shining picture of Dan Anderson on the coin. Delightful though that would be for everyone. We're still finalizing the design, but the coins themselves have been agreed. The mint's all happy, and they should be, and in fact they will be available on the 4th of March. 12-month pack. You can get a discount on it. You can reserve it ahead of the general release. You have a smorgasbord of opportunity that's unavailable to those who haven't bought the pack. But if you want the coin, do buy it. It's a delightful, it's a gold, very first Leo Gold limited edition collector's item. There's not that many of these available. It's something to keep, it's something to hold on to, and it's something to pass on to your children and grandchildren, to tell them of what you did when you were part of Leo and what an incredible business you built for their future. So the gold's in a lovely position right now. It really is time to be engaging with it. It really is time to be getting ready for it if you're not already involved. And I'm seeing more and more conversations with people about the Leo Gold plans, and more of you seem to be understanding it. I also believe that the autosave product is on its way as well, and I think that's slated for a March release as well. In the meantime, however, we are still absolutely focused on the digital market service. As I've said many, many times, this is a killer product. It is one of the best products out there in the world. It blows any sort of similar or competing product out of the water. Its reward estimates are better, it's delivered faster, and it's cheaper. I mean, there's little else that to really compete on after we've won those battles. And it really is the product that can help you build your business. It's the product that can appeal to almost everybody. And we're very, very pleased with how it's going. Now, you all, many of you will know me and know that I do always try not to overpromise. We always try to be conservative with our estimates of £100 to £300 a month. That's still exactly where I see the right estimate of monthly reward for this product. But let's not forget that January was an absolutely superb result. At the time of delivery, as I'm sure you've all checked and know, I think it was about £352 in Bitcoin or Ethereum that was delivered to the back offices of everyone who had bought the product for it to start in January. And what's great about this product is that it rewards early adoption. It rewards people who act fast and move first. The people who got their reward in January bought the product in October and the first half of November. They didn't wait till December to do it. And similarly, the people who will be getting their reward at February is that same group. And the people who will be getting their reward in March are the ones who took a decision and bought before the end of January. This is a product that rewards first mover advantage. It rewards the early adopters. So become one of those early adopters. Don't miss out on it. And as we've explained so many times before, there are limited supplies of these products. There are factories in China. Shipping takes a lifetime. It's not an easy product to scale up and get masses of quantities for everyone in the world who wants one. So if you are selling them, if you are buying them, I highly recommend that you buy them as quickly as possible and that you motivate your teams to do the same as well. I would hate for anyone who wants one this month to miss out on it, because we put in our orders as quick as we can, we ship the machines as quick as we can, we get them set up as quickly as we can, but there is only so much humans can do. And I would just add, as we think about the wider business, it is the digital market service that certainly I'm spending my time focusing on, that our teams are spending a lot of time focusing on. It's a huge amount of work to decide which altcoins are the right ones to mine. It's a roulette of deciding when to sell them, how much to sell them for, whether to sell them for Bitcoin, whether to sell them for Ethereum, whether to sell them for something else and then move that into Bitcoin or Ethereum, whether to hold those altcoins and stake them for a bigger reward. There's a myriad of different things that we're doing every single day. There's a myriad of different ideas we have to discuss and plan for. This is a huge undertaking, this product and this service, and I'm delighted that it has done so well in the first month. It's far too early to predict what will happen at the end of February. Maybe Dan will on the next call next week, but it's a solid product that takes a lot of time but has given us a solid reward, and we're delighted that we're able to pass that reward on to our members and customers. So if you're ever worried about hearing from us, if you're ever worried if we feel like we've gone a bit quiet or we're working on other things or there's small little CS issues here and there, the answer is we're working on making this product the best product in the world. It's already working. It's not just vision. It's not just talk. It's already delivered its first reward. Those people have got 11 more months left. The new batch of people will start in March, and another full 12 months as well. It's a cracking product, and I think it's the thing that's going to take all of your businesses far beyond the next level, and we'll see every single one of you smashing through those director targets before you know it. So delighted with that product. It really is something that you should be using. Pictures of me. So, as you know, the job of the Leo Coyne Foundation is to promote Leo, to promote Leo Coyne, to really represent and speak on behalf of the entire digital currency community. In the last week, I've had a very busy one, meeting MPs, members of parliament, legislators in the UK government, all about talking about the future of digital currency in the UK and Europe, all about making sure that whatever they do, however they act, they do it in the best way for the market. So I've been going around warning them not to over-regulate, not to ban anything, not to take a sledgehammer to this nascent and exciting new industry. And by and large, we've had a very positive result from them. These people are keen to work with us. I mean, one of them, that chap on the left there, is a minister in the UK Treasury, probably the most important department we have in the UK, and an important man there. So delighted to be working with these people. These really are the people who can shape the future of digital currency and the sector. And they're keen to work with us. They're excited about Leo. They're excited about Leo Coyne. They're all posing there with their white papers, which is a nice thing to see. And so as we continue to work on our products, as we continue to develop our markets all over the world, we're also playing our role as an advocate, as an influencer with legislators and governments all around the world. And speaking of the world, Andy just got back from Finland. And let's see if we've got any Finns on the call. Well, there they are. There's a few Finns, I think, here. Delighted to see our Finnish friends. Now, Finland's a great market. It's a relatively new one, but it's growing apace. I had a good meeting with some of the leaders there. Gosh, I think it was early in January. And they're a really energized, informed, educated bunch. It's a great market to develop in, and from my understanding, Andy had an incredible time there talking to these new Finnish leaders. Now, for those of you who've previously been to a live seminar that Andy has presented at, there's the iconic picture there in the middle of those 4 people lying down on each other's laps and floating. It really is a special trick of Andy's there, and I'm more and more delighted every single time I see it. And I'll make sure that he does it next in, where's he next? Probably Marrakesh. Our executives there will have the delight of the floating member trick. But no, Finland's a great market. And what I love about these pictures, what I love about these events, is they reinforce the global business that Leo is. They reinforce the fact that with our company, you don't just need to build in the Philippines, Rachel. You don't just need to build in Trinidad and Tobago there, Robin. Nico, Germany is not your market limit. With us, you can build anywhere in the world, and it's a huge opportunity for that very reason. Your pitching pool is not your town, they're not your neighbors, they're not your village or your city or even your country. You can pitch the world with our products. You can start in Sweden, like Magnus did, and have a big old downline in India and Morocco and France and Finland. You can start anywhere you like in the world, and the opportunities are limitless. And that's one of the beautiful things about Leo, one of the things that excites me every single time I get the chance to do it. So well done to our Finnish brothers and sisters, and I can't wait to come speak to you whenever that works. Speaking of building all over the world, we are launching our very first Momentum event as part of the Momentum Tour. Now, this is specifically for the people in and around Europe, just because it's easier for them to get to, but also I'm sure our Pakistani market can get to Istanbul relatively easy. It's not such a long flight. This is the first of a series of tour events around the world designed to help, drive the momentum forward. The digital market service really has revolutionized our business. It really has broken hundreds of new platinums, dozens of associates, hundreds of coordinators, tens of directors and marketing directors and all the rest of it. It really has given our whole business a new life and energy. And we're very, very happy with that momentum that's been created. and hence the name of the Momentum Tour, to help build on that momentum from those products, to help talk more about the DMS product, talk about Leo Coin and Leo Gold, and the future vision for Leo. It's well, it's not quite free. It's a £20 event, so it's as close to free as an event really can be. Dan will be speaking there. I'll be speaking there. Andy will be speaking there, and I think we'll have some other speakers as well. And we'll be taking you on the journey of Leo. We'll be talking about our future plans. We'll be expanding on some of the very, very exciting stuff that we're planning for the next phase of Leo and Leo Coin. And if you can't get there, it's the 7th of April, the Saturday. It really is one not to miss. I want to see every single one of our European members there. And I'd love to see a big contingent out from Pakistan, from the Philippines, from Morocco, from perhaps even the Canadians as well. Let's all meet in Istanbul in Turkey on the 7th of April and have an incredible event. One not to be missed. Now, Mauritius. I am so excited about Mauritius. It's not long now. I saw a post that it was only a few dozen days or something. It's not long to go until Mauritius. May the 4th to May the 11th. It's going to be an amazing party. It's going to be a carnival like no other. It's going to be paradise on the Leo planet. If you've qualified, many congratulations again. I can't wait to see you there. You're going to have a celebration like no other. If you've not booked your tickets there yet, then I just don't understand you. You've done the hard work. You've qualified for this amazing event. Make sure you book your flights. Make sure you download whatever you need to do. Put in the details in the back office. This is not the stuff to be slow about. This is not the stuff to miss out on. You've already made the effort. Even if you bought in or qualified or whatever you've done, you're coming to Mauritius. Make sure you book your flight and let us know the details. That is the only thing you have left to do. And it would be an absolute catastrophe if you were to miss out on the trip of a lifetime because of minor administrative things like booking your flight or something. So I can't wait. If I don't see you in Istanbul or Marrakesh or I think I'm in Morocco next month as well, any of the other events that are going on, then make sure I see you in Mauritius and make sure you get on a plane, give us your details, and I'll see you at the resort. The Marrakesh trip, similarly, those of our new executives, if you qualified, if you bought in, whatever you've done, book your flights. Let us know when you're getting there. Let us know so we can transfer you. It, again, is another one of these wonderful trips. For those of you who've not been to Marrakesh before, you've missed out. It is a city of wonder, a city of incredible beauty, one of my favorite cities in the world, full of history and architecture and lovely people. And we're doing some amazing things there. Not just the training, not just the announcements, but a hot air balloon over the desert, I think, to watch the sunrise. And that's always listed as one of the great things to do in one's life. And I'm really excited to be there and share that experience and share that event with our new executives. So, a couple of administrative things. This Sunday, actually, I think it's this Monday now. It's Monday the 19th. The website's going to be down for a few hours. Nothing to be nervous about. We're improving the security, the scalability. It's going to work faster, better, more efficiently. All good things are happening to the website, and our IT team just needs a few hours on Monday now to sort it all out and make it work. So, do plan that in for a few hours on Monday. If you've got a new prospect, if you're trying to log in, it might not work. If it doesn't, leave it a few hours, come back later, everything will be working fine. And in fact, probably faster, better, and more efficiently than it was before. Similarly, Chinese New Year is, well, next week, really. Oh, Tony, good to see you. Chinese New Year is this week, next week. And so lots of our Asia-Pacific business and market is going on holiday to celebrate time with family and have a wonderful time for them. This means that our Canadian office will be shut on the 19th, and our Asia Pacific headquarters and our small offices around China will also be shut. Now, obviously, this is not the Chinese language call that we just finished, but I can see some Canadian members on here, so do make a note of that. And I can even see a Chinese member as well. If you're engaging with the Hong Kong office or need them, they are unlikely to be very communicative in those days. So do bear with us. It's an important time of year for them. and things might be closed or a little bit slower in those times. Because as with the website, give it a few days, give it a little time, and things will come back faster, better, more efficient than ever before. So, a relatively brief call today because, well, that's the way I like it. And the important message I want to leave with you is very, very straightforward. With the digital market service, you absolutely have one of the best products in the world. It's one of the best products in direct selling. It's one of the best products in digital currency. It's one of the best products in almost any sector. It has huge potential. And all of you should be using it to build your businesses as quickly as you possibly can. If you bought in January, your product's going to start in March. Congratulations, you hit that deadline. If you're buying in February, then your product will start on the 1st of May, and your reward will arrive at the end of that month. If you wait until March to buy the product, then May will be a tough one for us to meet. It will probably be June. Now, we'll give you more information about that deadline in the next week or two when we're clear on how quickly our orders are coming through, how quickly they're getting set up. But do bear in mind, the whole world is excited about digital currency. The whole world wants to get involved in lots of parts of it. It's incredibly difficult to source as many mining machines as we think we're going to need this year. And if we start to run out, then obviously that delay will get longer and longer and longer. So if I were you, I would do what the people in October and November did. I would be an early adopter. I would be a first starter. I would take that advantage. This is a product like absolutely no other, and all of you should be benefiting from it, and every single member of your teams should be benefiting from it as well. In addition to that, keep an eye out for more information on Leo Gold, the collector's item, which is on its way on the 4th of March. If you have a gold pack, you can pre-order it. You may be able to pre-order it without the gold pack, but if you've got the pack, you can get the discount on it as well. And it's something certainly not to be missed, and something to hand on and pass on and hold value for generations and generations. Now, I can see lots of you on this call. I want to see every single one of you in the flesh in Istanbul on the 7th of April. You'll be missing out if you don't, and I'll be personally aggrieved. And you wouldn't want that now, would you? So do come and see us in Istanbul. It's going to be another cracking Leo event. It's essentially cost neutral, but there'll be great information, great training, and also Istanbul, one of the greatest cities in the world, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, one of the places to see if you've not seen it before. I can see people on this call who I know I've talked to many times who live to travel. If you've not been to Istanbul before, make sure you get there. And so I cannot wait to see all of you there. But yeah, as I said just a moment ago, focus for this week, focus for this quarter really is digital market service. Don't miss out on it. Don't let the deadlines and the timelines get longer and longer and longer. This time next year, I want to see all of you sort of coming towards the end of your first 12 months of product, and all of your teams coming to the end of your first 12 months, not just starting then. This is an incredible product. It's not just talk. It's not just vision. We've had the first month successfully delivered. The second month is on its way, and then it's the sky's the limit for all of us. So thank you so much for your time on this busy Monday. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Next week, I think Dan is back in the country, and we'll be talking to you a bit more about what's going on in the business. He'll also, well, he may or may not, we'll see how it goes. He may be able to give a first estimate of what February's digital market service reward could be. Obviously, February's a much shorter month than well, a few days shorter than January, but we'll see how it goes. But at that point, we'll just be, gosh, what's that, 9 days away from the end of the month. And so we may be able to give you a broad estimate of what we can do in February. So have a wonderful week. Can't wait to see you all soon in Istanbul, and have a great one. Thanks very much.